Greetings, my fellow Terrans. Alright, was that intro was weird, right? I'm working on it. I'm trying to be all inclusive, but like exciting, but not. I could say people. Hello, people. I just want to be inclusive. I mean, what if your family cat or dog is watching? I want them to feel like they have a place here at Media Resonate. Today, I have two characters I'm going to show you. I ran a contest, and the whole idea was, hey, tell me why you would like me to make you into an Adobe character animator puppet, and then the person with the most votes wins, and then I make them into a puppet. But here's the thing, my YouTube channel is not very popular, so there wasn't a lot of people who wanted them. So you know what? That's okay. That's okay. My feelings aren't hurt. I'm doing this because it's fun and it benefits other people. Hopefully you're benefiting from this. So everybody won. Basically, two people won. And I'm not going to tell you their names. Let's make up names for them right now. We'll call one Agamemnon, the bringer of light. And the other person can be Marcephellous, the conqueror of lands. Okay, so remember those names, because I probably won't. They're really long and weird. I made both these people into Adobe character animator puppets. And part of it was, you know, hey, I said, send me some sounds. Give me some dialogue, and then I'll work off of that dialogue, and it's pretty cool. And I'm using this template character that I've been working on, and I just put like some new hair and some clothes and stuff on it, and then I went through and I did the whole animation. It was a lot of fun. We're going to talk about that today, and I'm going to show you how that went down. Now, one thing though, I gotta tell you, Agamemnon, bringer of light, sent me some really good audio. I mean, it's a really good performance. I was impressed. So that's a treat. I mean, I'm going to show you that at the end of the video, because it's like a treat. So you have to hang out and watch to see the thing. And then our other person, I'll tell you one thing about the other person. Oh man, I might mess it up. Are you from Sweden? Norway? I tried to find something cool, and I was like thinking, man, how am I going to get like, I like to get something in Swedish maybe. I was thinking of like some Norse mythos, you know, like if I could find maybe like something from the Sigurd or that other one, Beowulf. I thought that might be cool. But then I came across, because it was hard for me to find audio, especially since I don't natively speak the language. But I did find this guy, and he was translating like really cool quotes into Swedish. So I ended up using one of those, and I think it turned out it's pretty cool. You're gonna see that too. So that's it. I've talked way too long already. Let's just get this thing going. You got the standing part. That was all the energy. This part is the part where I sit down, and I did a speed draw again. Well, it's not, I don't want to call it a speed draw. I did this whole process of drawing out the characters on top of my template, bringing that into Adobe Character Animator, doing like a lot of iteration back and forth, setting up the rig in Adobe Character Animator, going back, making more art, and then animating these characters. Yeah, so here's our character inside of Adobe Character Animator, and this is the rig panel. This is the spot where you're going to set up your character, where you provide definitions for each of your Photoshop or Illustrator layers to say, now this is the head up, the head turned left, turned down, and so on and so forth. I have set this character up with most of the head turns. So you see here, you know, the character can turn its head, it can do these blinks. Looks like the blink's a little broken in this particular one. But you can tune all of that stuff over here in the side panel of your character. You can determine how much the camera affects the blink pose, how much the head turns, and all that good stuff. For this particular project, I didn't want to get really deep into making a lot of drawings for all the different head turns and stuff. So all these animations are going to take place with the front view only. Alright, so in this step, I'm just going to start painting Marcephellous, the conqueror of lands. Maybe we'll call him the conqueror of worlds, because it's cooler to conquer worlds. I mean, it's more than just a land, right? So here I'm just doing this paint over where I have all my layers already set up in Photoshop and that puppet already working. And what I want to test out is like, can I just template in new characters? So I'll save this off as a new Photoshop file. I'll set up a new character animator project, and I go in and just paint on different clothing. I'll add outfits, accessories, and since I left all the body parts as vector art still, I can go in and just manipulate vector points if I want to change around the face shape or the eye shapes. And there we go. We got our character now just loaded up in Adobe Character Animator. Hello, hello, hello. How's it going, everybody? Oh, yeah. Sorry, that was a weird voice to do. I don't know what I was thinking there. Let's wave to him. Hi. That's great, man. Alright, so now that I know that works, I'll go in and start adding like the line work and outlining everything. A little drop shadow on the hair. Just making everything look nice, get some pop going, clean up my drawings a little bit. And then I'll flatten out the head layers as well. That way I can add some line work to the head, or to the head and to the body or the hands. Really anything else that I want to add that same look to. And there we go. So now I'm heading into Adobe Character Animator and doing the animation. This is way different. I am used to animating in Maya or 2D hand-drawn animation. And this is a little bit different. You get these tracks that represent a particular movement, like the dragger handles.
Sinnet är allt. Vad du tänker blir du.
Alright, I'm just gonna stop for 1 second. A little self-promotion. So I'm trying to get some funds to just, equipment's gonna start to wear out. There's new things I could use to speed up my process, software. I'm renting from Adobe. So I have this Partello page. It's kind of a new thing. I'm trying it out. If anybody out there is interested in one of these characters, I have like one thing set up already on Partello where I'll put together a character for you and create a short animation like this. So if you're interested, go ahead. There's a link below. Visit the Partello page. Check it out. Feel free to contact me. And these things are great. Like if you're a live streamer doing a video game, we can build something really complex and you can trigger all these cool animations and stuff. Or if you're just trying to engage with audiences on Facebook Live, or maybe you even want like a little animated character for your YouTube channel intro. I use mine, my avatar, quite a bit to just do these videos, and it's kind of like a fun way to... Agamemnon, the bringer of light. Yeah, so this is our other character, and I'm just going to go through that same process. I got a little bit of reference, which I'm not going to show you, and I respect your privacy, people, alright? We're friends here. You come to my channel, you're going to get respect. And so I'm painting in some clothing. I'm just looking at reference of, what this person likes to wear, and duplicating that. They even had some shoes like this on, so I go ahead and paint in those shoes. And here you can see I just do that line work around the head, clean everything up. I didn't need to do that so much on Marcephellous, the Conqueror of Worlds, because he had that hood on, so just kind of skipped around that. Don't do work you don't need to do. I remember hearing at Pixar, one of the things when they were first getting started is the people who would make the models would actually, you get these modelers who love doing their art, and they would come in and they're like, okay, I need to do a TV, and they would do like the back of the TV and all, you know, the underside of the television with the vents and everything. They just put in every little detail for a shot that would never show anything but maybe like this front view. So the lead modelers had to crack down and be like, all right, guys, your artwork is amazing, but could you please, in the interest of time, just model only what we're going to see. And one of the things I'm really trying to sort now is how much detail do I want to put into these characters. Right now I just have flat shading, outline work, but I'd like maybe to do texture, maybe some lighting. I'm undecided yet. I'd really like to get everyone's opinion. Seriously, I'm all up for any criticism you have to offer. My feelings will not be hurt. And one of the best comments I've ever had on this channel was right when I started, and it was lengthy and it was very well thought out, and it was full of, you know, critique. And I took that very seriously. It's not something I get upset about because, listen, you're helping me to just get better at what I do. So I like to test out the different sections of this and make sure that everything is working as expected. The arms tend, like if you draw those lines around the arms, they tend to look weird when they fold into the chest. So I create kind of this fake chest piece that is a layer in front of the arms. And here I'm just building up a hand library. I have a new document. I'm going to just continue to draw new hands in here. And then I'll always have that available when I'm creating a character. And eventually I imagine I'm going to end up with huge libraries of different hand shapes that I can pull into my scenes as needed. There we go. We drag those hands in, just do a little more adjustment to fit them. I might actually end up pulling the hands back out of this file so I know that they are sized up nicely and ready for reuse. And here we're just testing out this rig again, making sure that everything is working properly. You see here I pulled in the dialogue track. Then you go in and you create phonemes from that dialogue, just using a menu item up here. And then you can actually step in here and edit the phonemes to make sure that everything is accurate. And sometimes this works really well. If you have really clear audio, it works well, but sometimes you have to do cleanup. Still a huge time saver though. And then you see now I'm just accumulating tons of tracks from like the camera movements, the eye blinks and everything, and I'm going in here and just managing those to get pretty decent animation. I think as I move forward the animation is going to get a lot better as I become more familiar with, you know, the different ways I can manipulate this software.
Work gives you meaning and purpose, and life is empty without it. Remember, remember, the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. Guy Fawkes and his companions did the scheme contrive, to blow the king and parliament all up alive. 70 barrels laid below, to prove old England's overthrow. But, by God's providence, him they catch, with a dark lantern, lighting a match. A stick and a stake, for King James' sake! If you won't give me one, I'll take 2. The better for me, and the worse for you. A rope, to hang the Pope. A pen'orth of cheese to choke him, a pint of beer to wash it down, and a jolly good fire to burn him. Holla, boys! Holla, boys! Make the bells ring! Holla, boys! God save the King! Hip, hip, hooray!
All right, everybody, thanks again for joining me. Listen, we're getting close here. One of the next things coming up is I'm going to create a couple of the actual characters that are going in the teaser trailer episode of this series that I'm making. And I'm not going to show you a lot of that process, but what I am going to do, because it's going to be a while until like I can actually get that thing out the door, is I'm going to continue doing videos. I'm going to try throwing in some actual focus tutorials on Adobe Character Animator now that I've gotten like a good grasp on it. And then I'm thinking I'm just going to talk about some subjects. I was thinking about team dynamics, like how do you organize with a team and collaborate on things, different discussions like that. Or if there's anything you would all like to know about, how do I get into the video game business, or what's it like to be a technical animator, or work in video games, or whatever you want to talk about, just leave a comment down below, and I'd love to hear your ideas as well. So that's it for tonight. Thanks again for joining me, and we'll see you next time.